Welcome, boys and girls. This is Flipper55 with Fat Finger Gaming, and this is your Week 3 recap for the 2015 college football season. So, of course, the recaps are quick: the good, the bad, the ugly, and we'll get to the good. The good is actually Texas A&M wide receiver Ricky Seals-Jones. 8 catches, 276 yards, 6 touchdowns. Yes, I know it was against Nevada, but it doesn't matter. You put up those numbers, you put up those numbers. It's going to be very interesting when they get into SEC play, which I believe is next week. Let's take a little look at that. Yes, sure enough. Very nice matchup there. Arkansas, Texas A&M. That will definitely be broadcast on YouTube. So be aware. So be on the lookout for that one. We'll see how Ricky Seals-Jones actually does against better competition. Let's see here, and I'm gonna go for an honorable mention here, and it is Alabama, as Alabama gets into SEC play against what should be a very good Ole Miss team. And as soon as I can find them, I'll show you. I think it was 49-24. All around good game by Alabama, getting back to the, hey, we're national champion contenders. And this is how we do it. The bad. Now, the bad is actually something I did not notice until this week while Wisconsin was playing Troy. The bad is Wisconsin's schedule-ish. It's really the Big Ten schedule, we'll say. Basically, now that Alabama's out of the way, Wisconsin has a okay, not that very, but Wisconsin basically has a very good shot at being undefeated going into the Big Ten championship. They have the Big Ten West, which nobody, not even the biggest Big Ten fans, talk about as being that hard of a division. Obviously, Wisconsin is overwhelming favorites. They have a non-conference game against Hawaii. Should be just as good as the Troy game. And then their divisional play is Rutgers and Maryland. So they didn't really get the, at least they didn't get Indiana, but still, you're not looking at that great of a. You're looking at a very, very good schedule for Wisconsin to run through undefeated through the regular season. Granted, they played Alabama, things went their way, and I guess that's the point I'm talking about. Of the 12 games, schedule, basically all they needed was one game against a very tough Alabama team, just for the ball to bounce their way, for things to go their way, and they could be undefeated by the Big Ten championship. The ugly, and let me tell you something, it is ugly, and it would cost. I mean, this would cost people's jobs, and it may cost people's jobs. It is Auburn. Auburn gets the ugly. Auburn caused 5 turnovers, yet still lost 34-24. They couldn't do anything on offense. As you see there, all 24 points scored in the first half. One of them was a flat-out fumble return. No, interception return. It was an interception return for a touchdown. The other turnovers gave the ball, I believe, inside the 20 one time, inside the 30 another time, and somewhere in LSU territory, just barely in LSU territory, and another one by the midfield. Basically, I don't believe I can't remember it, but I don't believe that any turnover was basically like a pick off in the end zone or something like that. I mean, all turnovers gave him a short field. Should have been points on all 5 of them, and he should have been able to do. Somebody should have been able to do something other than that. Jeremy Johnson once again has a absolute horrendous day, and there's a debate whether he should be benched or not. I don't believe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't believe that. I don't believe that anybody other than Jeremy Johnson is as good as him. Obviously not if you look at the rankings of Sean White. But guys, it is what it is. The guy's not moving the ball. He's not putting points on the board. Is it time just to make a change and hope it sparks something? And their next game is actually going to be against, I believe, Mississippi State. Let me go back here. I believe it's Mississippi State. So this is, they lose, they're done. Yep, it's home against Mississippi State. They lose, they're done. This is the first time Jeremy Johnson gets to play at home, so maybe he'll do better. But they lose, they're done. I'll say it again. They lose, they're done. They might as well just put in Sean White and hope for the best. And I mean, at that point in time, I don't know what Jeremy Johnson would do, transfer and redshirt. I don't know. Oh, so that's the ugly. That's the good, bad, and ugly right there, boys and girls. Let's take a little look at top 25 for the start of week 4. TCU, Baylor, once again, number 1, number 2. TCU's got Texas Tech. Baylor's got Rice. I don't expect that to change. Number 3 is Oregon. They have Utah. I don't expect them to lose there. USC and Arizona State. Arizona State, I don't expect USC to win, or USC to lose, but Arizona State was flagged as one of those teams of interest in the Pac-12 South. So we'll be bringing you our first Pac-12 South game. It's going to be this one in what I thought would be a good game, but after seeing Arizona State in action, I don't think so. Florida State is off, so no change in that. So I don't expect a change in the top 5. Alabama, Louisiana, Monroe, they should get that. Georgia against, I think it's supposed to be like the Citadel or something like that. Notre Dame, UMass, so not really any big games in the top 10. Arkansas, Texas A&M is huge for the SEC. So we're not really looking at too many top 25 games of relevance. Oh, there you go, Tennessee and Florida. So really all the games that we broadcast this week should basically be just jockeying for divisions. Duke, Georgia Tech, we may actually bring you that game. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. I don't even know if Thomas is hurt or not. Still hurt. So yeah, there's your top 25 for starting off week 4. Most of the games look pretty docile. We'll see what we've got, because we still got those upset alerts that we'd have to play out if EA sims them a loss. Yeah, because like, you know, TCU or Baylor or Oregon for that matter, if any of these 3 teams actually lose in an EA sim, we are going to play it. There's no 2 ways about it. Same with Alabama, Monroe. So the only way we're going to see a top 10 team is if if EA sims them a loss. So hope you guys are enjoying the season. Oh, I am such a moron. Started trying to fill time for no apparent reason, and I completely forgot that we were going to take a little look at the recruiting board. And the last time I looked at the recruiting board, the early commits were almost astronomically all SEC. I mean, I'm not kidding you. All the early commits were all SEC. And as I say that, the very first thing you see is Notre Dame signed a halfback. They already got a nice freshman halfback last year, so they'll be looking good there. Tight ends, Notre Dame, okay. Here's Texas, no SEC. I swear to God, all these were SEC. I guess not. There's Washington. Washington, really? I wish I did some scouting on this guy to see where he was. Huh. Notre Dame again. Okay. Wow, what was I looking at? I must have been looking at, I don't know. Okay, so I guess the top commits are all Notre Dame. This guy's gonna be a beast. He's only 5'11". And Texas A&M's the only one looking at him. All around good guy. We'll see. We'll see. I can actually look him up. Anyways, let's just go down. So we've got some. I guess this is what I was looking at. So far, the SEC is all up in there. Nice middle linebacker. We'll get a little bit more into these recruiting battles. Boston College, no way. Mississippi State. Mississippi State, I think it was Ole Miss actually signed the #1 quarterback last year, and going to be interesting if Mississippi State can the best quarterbacks back-to-back year will go to Mississippi. All right, just running down the top for you, and I guess the top 10, most of them are all SEC. Actually, I don't know what I was looking at before. I swear all the commits were SEC. Instead, all the commits were Notre Dame, period. And of course, one Texas. First, TCU not getting too many. There's Baylor, so TCU, Baylor, showing their face here. A lot of SECs or USCs. What I will do is I will look through the editor, and I will pick out the best guys, the best quarterback, the best halfback, the best receiver, maybe like, if they've got some just absolute beast of a defensive end, which every now and then there is a absolute beast of a defensive end. Normally it's like an athlete or something. I'll look and we'll pay special attention to those guys. Care less about showing you my board. My board is very, very boring. Can't get the guys that I want. Anyways, just a quick little update there. I hope you guys are enjoying the season. Hope you continue to watch. As we are actually going to start we're going to start getting into the conference jockeying. See who wins the conference, who wins divisions, who goes to conference championships, yada 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 yada. Enjoy the season. Do me a favor, subscribe if you like. If you enjoy watching this stuff. Not really this recap. This recap's pretty dull. I sort of have to. If you guys ever notice that there's a lot of difference sometimes between how excited I actually am through all this, it's because, well, I do have a family, and when I record at night and everybody's asleep, well, I can't get too into it as much. I love actually acting like an absolute complete moron, bouncing around, cheering, saying stupid things about the game going on. But I can't do it. Can't do it all the time. Anyways, once again, enjoy. Y'all have fun. If you would like some of the videos, subscribe, share them. Speaking of the videos and comments, absolutely, I enjoy and welcome any comment about any starter that I screwed up. So far I've gotten a comment about the Michigan. I completely forgot about Ruddock transferring from Iowa. And the running back for Kentucky, he was missing on the list of underclassmen declaring for the NFL, so that was never corrected. Both have been corrected as we advance into the next season, or both have been corrected currently. Just like I caught the Kenny Hill one. The Kenny Hill one was absolutely hysterical. I'm sitting there looking at, you know, this Texas A&M roster and what people think about Texas A&M. You know, you watch the game like, Texas A&M, if they get a good quarterback in there, they got it. I was like, the problem is Kenny Hill. And I read all these articles, and no one's talking about Kenny Hill. No one's talking about Kenny Hill. I'm like, why isn't anybody talking about Kenny Hill? Because Kenny Hill's actually on TCU right now. And so I made that correction after the first week. Kyle Allen Anderson. I don't know why I keep on saying that. Anyways, huge long blurb about basically, without a doubt, leave me comments. If I screwed up a starter, leave me comments. If weird people are showing up as second string, that's because we've already advanced from. This is a 2014 roster that's been advanced a season and is part of the online dynasty. So second stringers aren't really. I don't want to go screwing around too much to get the second stringers in there. It sort of screws up the flow. Like right now, obviously Notre Dame got some good recruits in. They're getting more good recruits in. They're obviously going to be a powerhouse from here on out. So that's it. Like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Do me a favor, trying to beat the dog. Definitely subscribe. Wife is definitely laughing at me that a Shih Tzu channel gets a hell of a lot. It has a hell of a lot more subscribers than I do. But then again, it is what it is. We have a lot of fun with that. I hope you guys are having fun. Obviously, that's all I really care about. Everybody have fun. Me have fun. You guys have fun. Yada, 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 yada. Y'all have fun now.